Notre Dame Dons basketball is on the air from the Don Dome in Niles, Illinois. It's the Carmel Corsairs versus the Notre Dame Dons. Welcome in, everybody, to another nice edition of Friday Night Basketball here on YouTube. And we got a good one. It's Danny Berg and Caden Frawley here with you. More conference action, Caden. We got quite the show on our hands here tonight.
Yeah, ND versus Carmel. Last game the media crew was here for was St. Pat's, and ND big win coming off of that for another conference game against Carmel Catholic. See Carmel kind of low in the rankings, and ND starting to make their way up slowly but surely. So this is going to be a big conference game for Notre Dame especially.
It's going to be a tough environment to beat from last week. But let's take our first look at our conference check-in as Bennett's up at the top. They're running away with the conference. The only real movement that we've seen from last time we saw you is that St. Pat's and Marian Catholic have flip-flopped. So now Marian Catholic sits in that 3 spot, and the Pats are now in number 4. Don still sit at number 5, and Carmel bringing up the rear down at number 9, picking up their first conference win on Tuesday.
Yeah, I mean, as I mentioned before, Notre Dame slowly but surely making their way back up higher in the rankings. You see them kind of 7th and 8th earlier in the season, and as time has gone on, we're starting to come to a close here with only a few conference games left. But ND is making their way up as they're sitting at, 5th, I think it is?
Yep.
5th place in the conference, only 1 game behind St. Pat's, I believe it was. So,
yes.
There's, like I said, slowly but surely they're making their way back up there.
Yeah, St. Pat's 3.5 back. Don's 4.5 back. Let's take a look at some recency bias. When we last saw you, Don's knocked off St. Pat's, but then went to Marist and scored a season low 19 points, losing 35-19 to Marist. Carmel's record, they, like we said, got that conference win. It took to overtime to get it over Nazareth, but they played a very close game against Bennett, one of the top teams in the area. Fell to Marian Catholic, but did beat Latin, so they're kind of teetering right now. They started off very poorly, but they're starting to pick it back up.
Yeah, I mean, we see Carmel only 1 win in the conference, but I feel like this is still one of those teams. The record may not show it, but kind of like a surprise team. You know, they may just come out of nowhere and attack first and pick up a big win here. So I really do think ND still has to play at the top of their game. They can't really underestimate these guys just because they are at the bottom of the conference.
Let's take a look at what's going on inside the conference today. I'd say this is probably the big one of what's going on tonight. It's a lot of top versus bottom, so to speak, as we have Marian Catholic and Joliet Catholic going after it. Joliet Catholic has been the big surprise this year. Record doesn't show it, but they've been playing exceptionally well. They got Marist and Viator, Bennett and Naz, and then as we fast forward to Tuesday, I'd say the big one there is probably the Dons and Bennett, as that's a big one, and then Marian Catholic and St. Pat's, that might decide top 3 spot.
Yeah, a lot of games slowing down, coming to a lot of teams playing out of conference games, especially this late in the season. So every game really matters now. It's not really like you can afford to lose a game, even if you're the top team in the conference like Bennett or Marist. You know, you need to play at the top of your game as things start to pick up the pace out of conference and slow down a little bit in conference.
Bennett's a major 4A contender. You got to deal with a lot of those Chicago Public League teams, and Bennett's got a great chance to go downstate. So we'll see how that plays out. But as we take a look at what's coming up, minus the conference games that we talked about coming up on Tuesdays, both teams are playing those. Don's head out to Evanston as they finally get another regular season game scheduled against them tomorrow, and then they got 3 straight home games. They play Bulls Prep, St. Viator, and Marian Catholic following, and then Carmel gets St. Viator next week, followed up by Joliet Catholic, Pats, and then Lake Forest Academy to finish out their season. So as Caden just alluded to, it's the home stretch.
Yeah.
This is the very end of the season.
Yeah, you see Carmel 2 out of 3 of their last games, I believe you said, are conference matchups, so that's going to be big for them, and especially their opponents. You know, every team now, like I mentioned, in the conference has to play at the top of their game. You can't take anyone for granted. Basketball is a fun game like that. You know, it's really 50-50. It's not like there's always going to be one team that's favored over the other in these late conference games. It's kind of everybody's playing at the top of their game, and they want to make a run for state.
So, Caden, we come back here. It's one of the big nights of the year, senior night for Notre Dame. 5 seniors tonight for the basketball team, 9 cheerleaders. We got a manager and 4 band seniors. A lot of them you know very well.
Yep.
What does it mean we're back here honoring class of 23?
I think it's a great night. You know, like I mentioned before, big win coming off of Pats in conference games. So to kind of have that energy going into this game. You see the band is here. You can hear them playing right now. We got a good student section. You see the big heads in the student section already. You see they'll be waving those around in a little bit. So I do think, you know, the energy and the atmosphere of this game is very comparable to a
very big game.
On me. Yeah,
very big game, yeah.
A rivalry game. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I know a lot of guys in bands, so it's been a good 3 years for me, a good 4 years for them, and I always think that's going to be me next year. So I just got to make my time worth it.
Well, we know you'll be in the band a little bit later today.
Yeah.
And like you alluded to, this is kind of a rivalry. Mm-hmm. These teams played 3 games against each other last year. Carmel hated it every time they came up here. Dons took the first 2 from them, and then Carmel took it when it mattered most. But it's been quite the turnover since that last happened. Carmel had themselves a 24-win team last year, and they kind of look like a shell of their former self.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of teams their records may not reflect it because one team could just not have a hot start or something, and that kind of brushes off on the rest of their season. So these teams, like I mentioned, can't take anyone for granted. Everyone's playing at the top of their game, and everything's unexpected now.
So we're going to send things down to public address announcer Mr. Mike Marisi in just a moment, and then we're going to be back following starting lineups.
For Molly Morris, the daughter of Notre Dame College Prep alum John Morris and his wife Erin. Molly continues her battle against cancer, and we pray in a special way for her strength and healing. May God continue to watch over brave Molly and the Morris family. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen. Lord, heal our friend Molly from her sickness. There is no earthly disease, sickness, or disaster that is too big for you and your healing. Lord, we pray that your hand be at work in the life of Molly and you guide the sickness out of her body. You are the great healer, and we have total faith that you can help relieve Molly of this. Thank you, Jesus, for your mighty protection. Amen. Notre Dame, pray for us. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen. And now the national anthem by our Notre Dame band.
Quite the electric starting lineup, something that a little bit of a new work, but it's okay. Who cares? It's fine. So yes, all the seniors out there, minus Connor Moselle, who's out with an ankle injury. As it'll be Jan Coutu and Bryce Smith to take the tip, and it'll be the Dons ball. So different looking lineup than you're used to. Rory Robbins and Anthony Farnelli getting starting nods tonight. Carlito Collins has been in and out of the lineup this season. As here's Robbins driving and is getting a little bit of traffic up there. This is a very different looking Carmel team from a year ago. So that's going to stay home. A lot of seniors last year that graduated. So very different look on that lineup. The one major holdover, if you remember, is number 11, Caleb Jackson, who is the younger brother of Asher Jackson, who I'm sure many of you remember, the leading scorer in the ESCC a year ago.
Yeah, he was definitely a big-time player. I just remember last year when we played Carmel at home, big game from him, and I just remember he was definitely a stud player.
Coutu from the corner, and way too much on it, but Farnelli picking it up as this possession's lasted well over a minute so far.
We saw that last game.
That'll stay here.
Saw that last game against St. Pat's, that and he was taking over a minute for each possession, and neither of us kind of agreed with that, especially when it came late in the game and it started to get a little close. We definitely thought the Dons should have picked up the pace, but it worked for them, so maybe that's their go-to strategy now that they figured out might work a little bit better.
Farnelli cross court, and Selhurst will miss it, and Corsairs will get their first shot at it. So that's Noah Lamora getting the rebound. So we'll swing around a little bit. There's Caleb. Back to Lamora. He'll drive, floats up, and that's a miss. Here comes Coutu, transition offense. Collins driving to the basket, gets a hand in his face. Bryce Smith putting the paw up.
A couple people looking for a foul call there. I don't know if you can call that. Looked pretty clean, like a clean block.
Smith will feed to Peter Stavros. Some new look jerseys for the Corsairs this year as that shot in and out, rebounded by Lamora. Puts back up, Farnelli got a hand up, and we get a shooting foul called on Farnelli.
Kind of a late call there as that ball was already up, but good rebound there. Oh.
Well, Stavros will go and shoot. Shot one misses. Scoreless through the first 2 minutes plus between the Dons and the Corsairs. So we get our first points of the game, 1-0. Not often you see that in basketball. Not very often.
Yeah.
Full court press coming out. And we'll check down. Farnelli not expecting that one. Cross, more cross. We're going to see a lot of the slow pace here tonight, especially with a bit of a smaller lineup.
Yeah, I mentioned it last game. Andy needs to be more patient. That's kind of what won them last game.
As that is no good.
And he needs to be more patient with the passes. We talked about it before. They kind of rush their shots sometimes is what it seems like. And I think the 1 minute possessions is them really looking for a good shot.
Reball is a little off, and Selhurst got the rebound, and it's going to go back as Lamora was last one to touch. I'm not super sure about that, but it will be Notre Dame basketball. And Rory Robbins coming in at 5'8", and then Anthony Farnelli, more known for his football skills than his basketball skills, but will get the first points of the game, showing why he is a two-sport athlete.
Yeah, Good just pump fake on the baseline, took it up on the baseline with a nice little floater. Good shot to start off for the Dons.
2-1 Dons leading here with about 4.5 minutes left to play in quarter number 1. Here's Caleb Jackson with the double team. Smith thought about 3, finds Stavros in the corner. Perfect. And there's that full course press as Robbins weaving through traffic. Selhurst faked. And now they'll slow down again. Trying to set something up here. Selhurst for 3, following it up.
Just a quick shot there. Good little turnaround from Selhurst. Wide open, takes a 3, gets it to go.
Things starting to pick up now for the Dons and the Corsairs as we started out very scoreless for the first 2.5 minutes, but it started to pick up since. There's another holdover from last year. James Dwyer, number 22. And loose balls. Fernelli knocks that one away. Feels like he's back out on the football field. And foul called on Lamora. And we'll see Fernelli and Robbins check out. William Ingalls and Ryder Rea comes in. I'm sure that's not the last time we'll see our senior friends here tonight. As Ingalls and Raya first to touch here on this possession. I've been very impressed with Liam Ingalls this year, haven't you been, Caden?
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of one of the guys, like we mentioned, it's either he has a game where he just drops absolute dimes of passes, or he takes it to the rim himself and has maybe a 10 or 15 point game, and that's just kind of the player he is.
Selhurst standing from the deep wing, dealing with Stavros, and we'll pass it around a little bit more as we're inside of 3 minutes. Fast moving first quarter of play. Katu rips it off to Selhurst and trying to drive his way in. Stavros not letting him in, and a jump ball gets called, so that's going to be Corsair basketball. Very well done on the defensive end.
Yeah, just good defensive possession there for Carmel, just forcing a turnover quickly after subs from ND come in.
Do have another entry for Corsairs. Jacobs Shajit is our new man on the floor, along with Davian Jones. So Stavros is going to head back to the free throw line. Words are hard. It's always such a tongue twister. Free throw line.
A very low scoring, 5-4, and
yeah,
like you mentioned before, Don's season low, 19 points against Marist, you said?
Yep.
So both of these
just
teams,
earlier in the week.
Yeah, both of these teams not really finding a way to score. I mean, there's nothing really wrong with that.
No.
But it's just unusual as you see, 50, 60 point games, and for the Dons, they've barely broken 40 for the past couple. So.
And just last week, the Notre Dame put up 70 on Joliet Catholic.
Yeah.
As Katu will pick that one up, 0 for 2 from the line for Stavros. But as we were saying in the pregame with Joliet Catholic, as here's Raya for 3, missed it, tried to get his own rebound, and that's going to stay here. Looked like it went off of Raya's shins, but refs did not think that.
I thought it went off of a Carmel foot. Kind of almost looked like a kickball violation.
A little tough to see from our vantage point, but that's okay. As we were saying with Joliet Catholic, they've been playing really well this year and playing in a lot of shootouts. You looked at the scores of their games, and everybody that you see in the conference, it's like 70s, 60s. Sometimes I've seen a few 80s this year in games with Joliet Catholic. They've been some competitive team this year, just not pulling out wins. Here's Selhurst, had that open lane closed so fast. as 3 Carmel defenders collapsed on that. As Coutu tried to go up, a little bit of contact on the way up, but no foul drawn. No foul drawn there on Raya either.
And we see another long possession from Notre Dame, taking up almost a minute. And, you know, that might lead to why it's such a low-scoring game.
Here's Jackson, had a hole for a second, and a traveling violation. Stavros taking one too many steps on the grass, and he'll turn things the other way.
Yeah, a lot of empty possessions for both teams, either whether it's a turnover or missed shot. I feel like both of these teams right now just need to find a way to get a basket, whether it's just a simple layup, a 3, really anything just to get them going.
Coutu to the basket, left it a little short, put back is good. So 7 of 4 in the closing minute. Dwyer getting double teamed. Watch out for that backcourt. Right to the middle.
And that's a good pass. That's a good read of the court there from number 3, Davion Jones. Just a good read. You see him down, cutting low in the paint. Just mishandled it and went out of bounds.
Stavros not able to corral, so we'll bring it back up with about 40 seconds left. Leo Frederigo has gone over to the table. Ingles will find Coutu, drives, lost it. Turnover. Jackson trying to drive up and will kick around. There's Jones. As we're now inside of 15 seconds, this will obviously be a last shot here.
Yeah.
Jackson takes it back with 7. Drives up. Thought about a travel there. Coutu had a chance, and now they'll just let it drain. Selhurst with a desperation heave down, and that's the end of the first quarter. 7-4 is our score. Caden's going to go head over and play some instruments. You'll see him again in the fourth quarter, and we'll take a quick break. Welcome back, ladies and gents, as we begin the second quarter. Gabe Holoka has joined the booth. Welcome back, bud.
It's great to be back here, Danny.
So, Gabe's going to get a little bit of action here tonight for senior night.
Indeed, I am. It's a good day.
It is a good day.
It's a good day to be a senior.
Yeah, it's been an exhausting day. Gabe just got back from Wisconsin, so did I.
Yeah. On the Kairos retreat. Whew. That was great. That was a fun time.
It was. So here we go. We started out. As we said just a moment ago, Frederigo was at the table, but looks like he is headed back to the bench. Oh, no, there he is. My mistake.
Found him.
Oh, we found him.
Peekaboo.
Peekaboo. Here's Coutu trying to drive back up. And one.
Be able to drive in. Use that big body of his to get in there.
And put that extra work in the weight room to good use right there.
Indeed. It's a low-scoring game, Danny. 9-4 after 8 minutes.
9-4 right now, yeah. So we have Dwyer and Lamora checking back in. Stavros and Jackson will check out for the Corsairs as Coutu will try and make this a 3-point play.
Make it a 6-point lead for the Dons.
And that bounces around and is no good.
Dwyer taking it up now.
Just a moment ago, it said that it was 57-5. That was not correct. Small producing error. It's okay.
Technical difficulties.
That happens.
It does.
We have fat fingers. It happens.
It does.
It is 9-4. That score has been corrected. Drive, and I thought we might have had a travel there, and now there's the travel.
Yep.
Lamora gets tagged with that one. I thought we might have had one on Shadjet.
As he was driving the paint. I thought so too, honestly, but
there might have been a case for it, but ultimately no call. But then we get one on Lamora, so Dons fans will go home happy.
Balances out.
It works.
It does.
Here comes Liam Ingles. Reminder that we do have some nice stuff at halftime. Cheers back.
Yep.
Some senior night stunts we'll get to see. And then we have a miracle minute for Cheers Ingles for 3. And way over. And Raya tried to put back. And just a little too much hot sauce.
Just a little bit. Man. Good play, though.
Just like Gabe's dinner last night.
Yeah.
There goes Ingles. Transition offense. Tried to give it to Fornelli, but it winds up in Raya's hands. That goes up. Wow. A very messy sequence there for the Dons.
Yep.
We also have that miracle minute at halftime for our good friend Molly Morris. See a lot of orange in the crowd today. The lights on stage are orange.
It's great support that this school has brought for her.
As some may know, here's a 3 that's a little short, clipped the net, but not enough power on it from Shadjet. The father, here's Fornelli for 3, skips out.
Yeah.
Father John Morris is an alum of Notre Dame College Prep, graduated in the 1980s. School doing all that they can to support the cause. As I see a couple shirts like mine in the crowd across from me. Here's a 3, not enough.
A lot of missed threes so far. Both sides.
A timeout is going to get called. Appears that it is a Corsairs timeout. While we try and sort that out, we're going to take a quick break. .5:29 to go here in quarter number 2. 9-4 Dons lead here on senior night.
You know, Danny, I want a little more offense.
That'd be nice. I like points.
Me too.
It's fun to call that.
I like those high-scoring games, you know. Yeah, as you said, they're just easier to call.
I think you should go to college for that one.
Yeah. True.
Another turnover from Ryder Rhea. We've seen a lot of that here in the second quarter.
And the thing about senior night is that they want to get all the seniors in the play.
Yes.
Even the ones that maybe don't play much. That's something that you want to do because it's a special night for them.
Shadjet tried to drive in and we'll kick out to Stavros on the corner. Shadjet tried to drive out, kick to Dwyer.
Great play there.
James Dwyer. A huge three-point threat last year and is carrying that over into this year as well.
Good play. Good play.
Collins getting a lot of pressure. That was kicked by Caleb Jackson. So that'll keep it here. And Collins will not be inbounding it. It'll be Rhea. Easy out to Liam Ingles.
Rhea is a great young player. Being a sophomore coming up to the varsity level and showing that he deserves a spot on the team.
Rhea thought about the 3 there. He's a little bit more well known for his football skills.
Fast break
and
now.
Up comes Dwyer, got bodied by Ingles, but no charge is called, and we're knotted up at 9.
Good
Corsairs have gone on a 5-0 run.
Good try there for Ingles. Trying to draw that charge. Didn't quite get the call.
Sellers had a chance in the corner. And we'll kick over to Katsu, takes the wide open three, and a little short, but Sellers does pick the rebound out, kicks out. Katsu might have had another shot at it. Woo! No travel. And the shot is a little bit short. I can't believe that wasn't called a travel.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
I know. I thought it was, but no call.
Jackson puts it up. He missed it, tried to get his rebound, but it's going to stay here as Ray was the last to touch it. Are you okay?
No, one of the cheerleaders just threw the ball right at Carlito at his back without him knowing.
Boing. It happens. We can't always pay attention.
Nah.
So we are inside of 3.5 to go, tied at 9.
At 9.
Does feel a little bit like a football game, and Jackson left it short, but a good kick back out. Shajit drives, floats it up.
Wow.
And maybe the most beautiful rainbow I've ever seen.
Great flow there by Shajit.
So the Corsairs lead for the first time since they led 1-0 early on. Katsu got it up there
again
with 2 hands trying to block him.
As you said, put in that work that he puts into the weight room, using that body to get in there, get that easy shot for a layup, get 2.
Jackson will kick out. Shajit for 3. That's off left. Back off the backboard, and Collins is the one who ends up coming down with it.
That's an athletic play there by Carlito Collins.
There goes the speedy outfielder.
The speedy outfielder.
Commit to MATC for baseball up in Milwaukee.
Oh, really?
Yes,
I
sir.
didn't know that. Good for him. He deserves it. He puts in a lot of
Very,
work.
very good junior college. Here's Katsu, one-armed, but he will draw the foul, and we'll get a chance to shoot a couple. So we sit here with 2:21 to go.
Added up at 11. It's a good day.
It is a good day, but a tired one. I'm tired.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
We're both kind of tired. It's all right, as Katsu will put the Dons back on top at 12-11.
So Rory Robbins checks in for Liam Ingalls. Rory looks so happy out there. Smiling away.
That's just how he always is.
Yeah.
Rebounded by Bryce Smith. And up comes Stavros. Kind of taking over that leadership role that Asher Jackson and Bryce Moore held last year. And Robbins is the one who comes away with it.
Woo. He's quick.
He is very fast. Here's Katsu. And he will go back to the line. That time it's Stavros drawing the foul.
Trying to make this a basket game for the Dons. Basket lead, my bad.
Thanks, Mom. Appreciate it.
He misses his first one. I think there's something up with the rims today. I don't know.
Nothing's falling. I mean, it does happen.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it. These two are two of the most defensive teams in the ESCC.
That is true. There we
As
go.
Katsu makes it a 2-point game. As the Dons have.
Great dish out there.
Wow. Down it goes. Stavros puts the Corsairs, back on top.
That was an incredible pass by Caleb Jackson. Just wrap it around, hit him in the corner. 3.
That was a good sound effect.
Yeah.
90 seconds to go here in the first half.
Corsairs up by 1.
Kicks out. Now finds Collins. He's going to try and drive. Puts it up and left it short.
He had the lane wide open.
Not enough.
Couldn't fall.
And now Jackson's going to slow this down. And a foul called on Raya. Not happy.
Yep. Neither is Coach Clancy either. Liam Ingalls checks in for Raya Rea.
Smart decision there Ryder's heated.
After the foul call.
Yeah.
You know, give him a little breather.
Smart decision there. As they're at a minute to go. 3. That was a very awkward shot there by Bryce Smith. It kind of looked like he was shooting that one in slow motion.
Yeah, he wasn't. His fundamentals weren't there on that shot. It happens. You know?
Yeah, it does happen. I think he wasn't sure if he wanted to take it.
Kind of hesitant to shoot it. Yeah.
Yes,
definitely.
And it wound up being short. Everybody's kind of on the outside right now as Seller set a window. It closed. Here comes Collins trying to make up for it, and nothing there.
Way around that. Coach Scale over there sitting.
He is coaching from his couch, as they might call it, as foul will be called on Collins here. Looked like Superman for a second.
Yeah, he got up there to get that. Showing the effort there.
So Smith will shoot 2. And that is no good. 14-13 as Federico will check in.
For Collins.
We'll give Carlito a short breather before heading into the locker room. Smith will look for number 2.
Try to hit this one and make this a 2-point game.
And that is no good. Try to get his own rebound, but he'll get it off to Caleb Jackson, and this will definitely be a last shot hold. As the Corsairs will look to go into the locker room with the lead. And they're all over him, and timeout is called.
You needed to call that one. Don's all over him.
Great way to force the Corsairs to spend a timeout. We'll hang around, though, as we have 12 seconds to go with a 1-point lead for Carmel. A very nice environment we got here.
What do you think they're going to be talking about in the locker room at half?
Why are we losing?
All right.
No, but in all seriousness, it's why haven't shots been falling?
Yeah.
And this has been a common theme this week. They scored 19 on Tuesday. They only scored 37 last week, and that was after a 70-point game last Tuesday against Joliet Catholic. What's been going on? And I'm sure that's what they're going to be talking about in the locker room. How are they down to a team that's 1-10 in conference and has had struggles with scoring all season long?
They're just in a rough patch right now. I mean, as a team, you're going to go through that every single time, no matter what the sport is.
And for the Corsairs, you're very happy right now.
With the way this is going,
yeah. I mean, I'm sure they probably think they would have had more points too, but even still, can't be complaining. Shot is up, it's missed, and that will take us to halftime. So we got a nice halftime plan for you.
Time break.
We'll be back very shortly.
winning number for the 50-50 is 8273103. Again, the winning number 8273103. See Coach Anderson for the winnings.
To start the third quarter here, I am Gabriel Holoka, and I am joined by Andrew Dolbeck. Andrew, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Gabe. I don't know about you, but it's a beautiful night here in the Don Dome. Energy and the atmosphere is here. Student section a little smaller than normal, but other than that, small but mighty. It's been a great night thus far.
Yeah, it really has been. I want to know your thoughts, how you feel about the Miracle Minute that they just produced out here.
Well, I think it's amazing seeing all the support from Molly and everything like that. I think it's at times like this, no matter the rivalry on either side of the court, everyone got together and donated for a worthy cause.
Yeah, I think that was incredible. It was definitely magical to see that. As we start the third quarter, of course, they start off with the ball now. Number 0, Starbo's Pat gets it. Sorry, try to sit here and get all the names down. I don't necessarily know everyone. Dwyer now has it over to Smith as Smith passes it. Jeez, I'm out of it. Caleb Jackson has it. So far, it's been a low-scoring game, 13-14.
Very low scoring. I fully expect this to be a little bit higher scoring than it has been.
As Caleb Jackson there, getting into the paint, banking it off the glass for 2 as that increases their lead to 3. You know, and Danny and I were talking about it last quarter. You know, the Dons have struggled scoring over the past few games. I mean, we've seen like a 19 on there, like a 37 a couple of times, and it's just they're in a rut right now. And I think that's definitely something that they've acknowledged and noticed, and that was definitely something that they brought up here in the clubhouse, or in the locker room, during the halftime.
Definitely. Defensively, they're doing pretty well, holding Carmel to a fairly low amount of points thus far.
So that's going to be a turnover there for the Corsairs. Number 11, Caleb Jackson, has it now, dribbling it up. Liam Ingles playing defense on him.
Defensively, both teams have been playing pretty good today, keeping either team down to a relatively low score thus far.
Yeah, it's been really good. As Caleb Jackson with a deep 3 there, misses
off the rim.
Number 22, James Dwyer grabs the board. That's going to be a shot, missed again. Rebounded by Jan. As he's going to take it out for the Dons here. Stelhorst has it. Ingles over to Collins in the corner. Over to Stelhorst. Ingles has it now. Little jab step there. Back out to Stelhorst. Sawhorse guarded by Starbos. Right over to Raya Rea, and he is short. And that's something we've seen all game, the missed shots. You know?
We definitely have.
There's been a lot of missed shots that haven't fallen, and you know, Danny and I were kind of joking, like, something's up with the rim, you know, like, something must be up.
We'll put some springs in the rim to get the ball to bounce off.
Or something, as that's going to be a three-pointer missed.
Bounce into the rim and right out.
By number 13, Bryce Smith. It's going to be Don's ball. Inbounding it for the Dons is Ryder Rea. Ingles will take it up. Yeah, you know, and it's just, we haven't seen many shots fall. We've seen that's going to be a foul on Caleb Jackson. But, you know, as I was saying, like, it's a low-scoring game. Not many shots have fallen, but it's remained close. It hasn't been one-sided, and I think that's what makes this a fun game to witness as well.
Because both teams are still in it, just keeping the score very close at all times.
It's an even game, you know?
It is.
Now, if you're the Dons and you're facing Carmel, the Carmel Corsairs, who are 1-10 in the conference, this isn't the game you wanted to see. As Selhorst, another missed shot for the Dons. This isn't the type of thing you want to see. You're losing after 2 quarters and you're down by 3. It's just, you know, it must be frustrating out there for them as well.
It must be. But if some of those missed shots that just hit off the rim, if a few of those start to drop, you could see the tide turn for either team.
Exactly. And all it takes is one shot to change the momentum of the game.
Definitely.
Corsairs have now Caleb Jackson. Has it now. Ingles playing defense on him. Over to Bryce Smith. And number 22, James Dwyer, pulls up a 3, and that's going to be missed. And that's going to be a foul on the Corsairs. And it's going to be Don's ball. Okay. I don't know what the call was. I couldn't quite see, but
the Dons do have the ball back with an opportunity to make something happen right here.
Dons will take possession of it. Liam Ingles dribbling up the court now. Over to Rea.
Rea looking for an opening.
Trying to find someone. He passes it to Jan in the corner. Jan had a shot. If a better pass, if he was able to, if he was able to keep control of that ball there, is Ryan Rea with the hot step, and he's able to hit it, charging into the paint with contact, finding an opening, putting it up, scoring 2 for the Dons.
Their first score of the half. 4 minutes in.
It's a 16-15 ball game right now. Caleb in the paint, trying to find a shot. That's going to be a foul on the Dons as Roy Robbins checks in for Carlito Collins. 3:52 left here in the third quarter. Jackson has it over into the paint, out to
another missed shot off the rim.
Out to charge it on the wing. Missed another missed shot again, as you said. Jan taking it up. Rory had a shot there. Rory passed it over to Jan. Jan back out to Rory. Over back to Rea. Rea over to Robbins. That's going to be, we're going to call it travel, and it's going to be the Corsairs ball after a travel by Rory Robbins. It's number 3, Davian Jones, will come in for Caleb Jackson. Davian Jones has got some fire in him. I saw him over there when I was over the camera out on the court, and he seems like he's got a lot of fire inside of him.
Certainly.
As he's going. As Ryder Rea gets called for the foul. And Davion Jones will shoot 2 here to try and make this a 3-point ball game for the Corsairs. First shot is up, makes it. Carlito Collins will check in for Ryder Rea. Davion looking at his second shot, made this a 3-point ball game.
And he will do just that.
As the student section yells, trying to distract him, but he stays focused and hits it. Makes it a 3-point ball game, 18-15. With 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. As Carlito Collins finds Roy Robbins, and that's going to be another missed shot for the Dons.
You hate to see it sometimes.
It is. Yeah, it's not the greatest thing to see, all these missed shots, but as we stated, it's been a close game all around. Both teams missing shots. As that, it's going to be Peter Stavros, hitting that three, making this a 6-point ball game for Carmel. Dons are going to need to start hitting their shots. Dons are going to need to start finding openings and hitting their shots, because Jan is going to put up a three. That's missed. Carlito Collins trying to get the rebound. It's going to be rebounded by Davion Jones. Finds his man in the corner. He shoots for three, misses. Carlito Collins will grab the board for the Dons. 2 minutes left. 21-15. Mount Carmel on top.
Carmel just had a little spike of momentum there.
Yeah, they did. And as I said, just one shot can change the momentum of this ballgame. They hit that three, and it feels like all that energy is on their side. Carlito Collins dribbling up now. He's going to drive in the paint.
Banks it off the glass.
Banks it off the glass.
It's a 4-point game.
Great job there by Carlito. Finding the lane, gets to the basket, banking it off the glass for two. 21-17 ball game. Davion Jones puts up an interesting shot there. That's
off the rim, and Jan brings it back up the court.
The Dons can find a bucket here.
Could change the momentum of things.
Yeah, they can. Selhurst has it now for the Dons, trying to drive to the paint, banks it off the glass, in and out of the rim.
Should we get a counter going for that?
I don't know how many there have been, man. Stavros now has it. Robbins playing close D on him. Dishes it out to Chadget. Echo to Stavros. As Corsairs are just passing the ball around, trying to find a play. Student section getting loud as usual. I think from what it looks like, Corsairs may try to wind this clock down as much as they can for a last second shot here in the quarter. Yep, that's exactly what they're doing. Davion getting double teamed, and that is, Davion gets it back, is able to pass it, and the whistle is blown. So it's going to be a timeout taken. And with 2.2 seconds left here in the third quarter, 21-17 ball game, we will be right back. Welcome back, everybody. 2.2 seconds left here in the third quarter, as it's going to be a quick, and Jan with the defense there. Carlito with the shot, and it's going to be way short. Honestly,
it was a good effort.
Boy, little hope there to try and get that. But 21-17 game after three. Corsairs up by 4, and one more quarter left.
I'm signing off for the night, but...
Me too. I'll be signing off, but Danny will be back along with Caden Frawley, and we will be back.
play the trumpet a little bit now, shall we? 8 minutes to go here in this one in a 4-point ball game. 21-17 Corsairs lead. We're back with you. The host of the podcast, right?
Yeah, felt like a very quick 2 quarters.
It really did.
Second and third. Still, like we said earlier, back in the first, very low scoring game. 21-17. Corsairs lead. I mean, final 8 minutes, this is going to be a battle. As it's only 4 points right now, but I feel like the Dons are going to pick up the pace a little bit as we get deep into this fourth quarter.
Off we go as Liam Ingalls is going to bring this one back up. Selhurst feeds to Frederigo in the corner for 3, and that goes off the top of the backboard.
Still a good shot open. I mean, the Dons are at least looking for a quick shot, which is good to see, that they don't really want to run the clock out. They need to take the lead as soon as possible, so it's a good sign that they're taking threes very quickly.
Dwyer in the corner, feeds. More swinging. This is pretty prototypical. And you're up 4. There's no
hurry.
No rush, no.
Yeah, and I expect to see Corsairs do a little bit of what ND did and just take long possessions because
that's going the other way.
They are still up 4, but that could be a quick turnaround if ND makes a 3. So they need to take their time, but they still need to score and make a bucket. It's not like they can just run out the clock for the next 7 minutes.
As Jackson will turn it over after not able to handle that hot pass. Ingalls passing it around. Collins looking for something. Coutu for 3. Left it short. Jackson tried to rebound, and a foul's going to get called. That is on William Ingalls. Not super happy with that one.
And so far, 3 empty possessions total in this quarter. I mean, and just over a minute has passed, and we're going to talk about time for the rest of this just because, you see ND taking long possessions, and now such a close game and they're down, they need to pick up the pace.
6:38 now in the game. Jackson looking to drive, floats it up, in and out, got his own rebound. They're looking for fouls and nothing there. Hand goes up, and the Dons will get it back. Frederigo had that lane to the corner, and Lamora's on top of it. Ball is everywhere. Now Collins has it.
Slow it down.
And now Frederigo's got it. What just happened?
Just get it out. Oh, man.
And now it's on the ground again. Jump ball's about to be called. That's going to be Corsair basketball.
Man, I mean, I really think ND should have just passed it out and reset their whole offense. That seemed a little too quick. To pass that down into the paint. Disaster
just struck for the Dons. My goodness. All over the place there. Very, very awkward play that just went down. So Stavros will bring it up. Possession arrow does favor the Dons now in the final 6 minutes.
Both teams not in foul trouble. Corsairs only with 3 and Dons with 2, so that's going to be good getting into the late game.
Especially since this scoring drought is plaguing both sides right now. Single-digit scoring for both teams in each quarter so far. Lamora at the top of the key. Jackson thought about it. Now is going to look to drive. High step and nothing. Oh, we've seen a lot of tonight. Another minute-long possession. Here comes Coutu trying to work that transition.
Dons need to find something here. Get their momentum up, just make a bucket.
Selhurst trying to work a little bit of magic. Driving, late release and nothing.
Still a good play. I mean, just driving to the paint, at least putting it up strong. It's just nothing's falling right now.
I'm surprised that there hasn't been a timeout call yet from the Dons. They need something to refocus.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see a timeout soon, especially if this possession's empty too.
Dons do have 4 to play with. Corsairs sit with 3. Zamora at the top and Shajit now with the basketball. And Jackson's backing it up. Still a 2-possession game, but they're playing it like it's in the end game. That's exactly what they're doing. They're going to have to start pressing a lot harder. And that's a foul call that gets stuck at the top. As Smith tried to drive up, and he's going to go to the free throw line. Collins is called for the foul.
I do think that's all ball, but I think it's just the motion of his kind of arm whacking him over the back. I think that's what drew the call. Otherwise, I think that was all ball. I mean, he got stuck in the rim, so I mean.
Smith for number 1, and this is no good.
Corsairs.
Drought continues.
Yeah, Corsairs really haven't been on their free throw game.
No.
They really just can't get anything to fall at the free throw line.
Yeah, both teams really have been struggling a lot from the stripe here tonight. Anthony Fernelli has checked back in. Okay, and I'm a big believer in basketball and football really mixing, especially in that middle paint presence. We've seen it a lot of times. Jake DeFranza, Jake Torjulis, Anthony Sales, just to name a couple recent ones.
Yeah.
Raya to the basket. Nothing. Fornelli tried to pick it up, and Raya picked the rebound up out of bounds, so it's going to send it the other way.
And just over 3 minutes. 3 minutes played, and neither team has scored.
Yeah, we're in the last half of the quarter, and there's been no change on the scoreboard from when we started. 21-17. Up and nothing there for Smith. Here comes Selhurst trying to set something up. Still 21-17 with 3 minutes. Fernelli finds Katu, looking to drive, spins, and that will not fall.
Just nothing. That's, like I said, that's still a good drive, a good spin move in the paint, and he went up strong. It's just nothing is falling right now for both teams.
Feels like the longest 8 minutes of your life, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And the Corsairs playing the right game right now, and a foul will be called. I got a feeling that's going to start piling up pretty soon.
Yeah.
So Fernelli gets called for it. And honestly, it's not the worst game you can be playing. Carmel has been not good at all from the free throw line. So even though it's 3 minutes, it's probably not the best time to start fouling, but you look at how Carmel's been shooting from the charity stripe, and your chances are actually pretty good.
Yeah.
But the problem is you got to start getting shots to fall.
Yeah.
And I thought we almost had one knock away. Up and knocked
There
away
we
from
go.
Dwyer. That's going the other
down.
way. Jackson last to touch.
Collins with a big block there. That could be the spark that the Dons need right now. It's just a little bit of a pick-me-up. Get something going.
Genuinely feels like a football game right now. I swear, this is a football score, 21-17. As Rhea just standing at the top of the key is they got to start that 2-minute drill pretty soon.
Yeah.
Foul will be called. It's Fornelli. Or I'm sorry, that's not, wrong team. Jacob Shadget gets called for that one. So now both teams with 4 fouls. I don't know how to look at colors. I swear I'm colorblind sometimes. Fernelli looking to drive. Raya, Selhurst now. Selhurst kicks. 150 now. Katu, late shot 3, and Collins gets the nice rebound. Feeds to Fernelli, rejected. Off the rim.
And I mean, good shots, good ball movement, really great everything on that play. It's just once again a matter of getting a bucket to fall.
And we got a timeout called by the Corsairs. So they sit with 2 remaining. We'll take a timeout as well. 94 seconds remaining. .134 left to go in the game. Caden singing a little bit in the background right before we came back on. What were you jamming out to?
I think that was Blinding Lights.
That sounds right.
Yeah, so just trying to keep my...
Whoa, loose ball, and that's going the other way.
Hopefully, I said this last time about Carlito Collins' block, is that might be the smart, but hopefully this is it right here. Just a turnover from Carmel that really you don't see often.
No.
This has just got to be with a Don score, play good defense, and then come back and score again.
21-17. Swear I feel like a broken record. Selhurst looking to drive in, and there's a turnover.
Looking for a foul call.
Yeah, now you got to get that foul, and there's Ingles getting called for 1, as now that count is going to start going up. Sitting at 5 now. So Corsairs nearing that bonus now. Here comes some added help. Try to get some contact. Now at a minute. Stavros. And another loose ball. That's going the other way.
Come on, this.
The pressure by Collins.
Kind of getting ridiculous for both teams.
Yeah.
Turnovers and then just empty possessions. I mean, we've gone 7 minutes?
7 minutes and no points.
Not one score from either team.
The Dons will take a timeout. I have a feeling Caden's going to be venting some more off air, so I think we're going to head off as well. We come back to today's episode of Caden's Humming.
7 Nation Army that time.
Yeah.
I really just do whatever the band does. I mean, I can hear that through the headset, so I kind of just imitate it.
Yeah, you just emulate it or something like that?
Yeah.
21-17. That number's going to be stuck in my head. 21-17, 21-17, 21-17. Say it over and over. But now we're inside of a minute. And Ingles coming up with a head of steam. They got to move with some aggression now. Selhurst, quick 3, way off right. And loose ball.
Come on. I mean, not the greatest shot, but they get the turnover to fall their way, the Dons, and the ball is just everywhere.
Collins for 3. That's off right. I can't be the only one thinking I'm watching middle school basketball right now. This is...
Oh, Collins looks like he's hurt, actually.
Yeah, he does.
Looks like he might have got elbowed in the ribs, but...
He's now lurching over.
Looks like he wants to stay in, though.
Yeah, do you blame him?
And he's got a foul here.
Jackson taking
He's
it all
out
the
of
way down the
bounds.
court, and he just had no control that entire time.
We could go. I mean, first time I've ever seen it, probably ever, one full quarter without either team scoring.
I've never seen anything like that before, but we're getting close. So now Rhea's going to roll it, and Ingles has to pick it up. Inside of 20 seconds to go. Katu spinning, lost the ball. Foul gets called. That's on Jackson. 16.6.
I would say there's still plenty of time left, but there's not. So,
No,
I mean,
there really isn't.
under 20 seconds, I mean, I don't really know what you could do with that to at least get 4 points. I mean, that's what you need to tie the game for the Dons here, but
Ingles gives to Katu. Whoa! Can you believe it?
timeout.
There's points on the board. Who'd have thought?
And with 14 seconds left in the quarter.
Timeout is called. We'll be back. I don't think I've seen as much drama in a 40-point combined score game as I've ever seen in this one. This is something else. But no matter, it's a one-possession game inside of 15 seconds. It will be Carmel basketball. Both teams sit with 2 timeouts. Dons with 6 fouls. Corsairs with 5 fouls. And the possession arrow is with Notre Dame.
I mean, and you talked about ND's low-scoring game last game. I mean, it's kind of a surprise, honestly, to see that happen.
Here's the inbound. Stavros trying to kill some
He got a
time.
foul.
Jackson gives off. There's the bucket. That's going to do it. And the desperation shot is no good. And there's your final score. 23-19 is your final. And the Dons go down. The Corsairs come in and steal a victory. They improved to 10-16. Notre Dame falls to 12-11. Not how we thought this one was going to go.
Yeah, I mean, we said senior night, a lot of energy leading up to this game, and you see Carmel at the bottom of the conference, and ND was kind of going on a run in conference, and Carmel's just there to shut it down. I said that before the game, too, is that you got to be careful for these teams. Their records may not show it, but they have fight in them, especially in these late games in the season.
So Don's next game is tomorrow. They head up to Evanston for the War on the Shore. The next home game will be next Friday against Chicago Bulls Prep. That'll be also Wall of Fame night. So come and hang out in the pregame for that if you're around. But yeah, not much to say about this one. It was a pretty rough game to watch altogether.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely the lowest scoring game I think I've ever seen. I mean, 23-19 Corsairs, just, you don't see that often.
You don't
really
see this in varsity basketball to begin with.
I mean, that's, yeah.
Well, no matter, that's the end of this one. It was a great senior night festivities to start the game, although it ends in a Corsair victory here tonight. They split the season series 1-1. For Caden Frawley, for our entire crew, Stanley Berg signing off. We will see you next week for Wall of Fame night against Chicago Bulls Prep. Have a great night. Go Dons.